My project is on Islam in Europe. Islamophobia refers to discrimination against or hostility towards those of Islamic faith. Nowadays, European people are expressing Islamophobia. This feeling comes from what Europeans see on news media, the fear of the growth of the Muslim population, and events such as terrorist attacks that influence Islamophobia and put Islam in a negative light. Ever since the terrorist attacks on 9/11, Islamophobia has become a more talked about concept. In the past, Islam and Muslims have been discriminated against, and laws have even been made to ban certain Islamic clothing. Muslims have often been seen as outsiders or unwelcome, as against democracy and anti-Western. Because of 9/11 attacks, it has reinforced negative stereotypes of Islam in countries like Italy, Denmark, and Belgium. Surveys have noticed a rise in Islamophobia in every European country except Great Britain. In the past, Muslims and Jews have been used as scapegoats ever since the Dark Ages. Muslims have also suffered physical and verbal attacks from Islamophobics. Some Muslims taken to court have been accused of being terrorists, and non-Muslims have been accused of saying racist things against Muslims and attacking women for their use of Islamic clothing in public places. Now things have gotten worse. The Muslim population is increasing rapidly and has become the second largest faith. The Muslim population worldwide is rising rapidly and could reach the number of Christians by 2050. As for Europe, France has the largest number of Muslims, and other countries in Europe also have large amounts of Muslim people. With this increase of population, governments will have to address this group, and researchers say that it may cause conflict, religious or other kinds. Western Europe would have to find employment solutions for the Muslim community as well as policies. Because of the growth of the Muslim population, the European governments would have to help the Muslim community. Europeans think Muslims don't deserve economic help or employment because they are terrorists and don't want to integrate themselves into society. Ever since the 9/11 terrorist attacks, Europe has seen Islam and Muslims as a violent religion and violent people. Also, after the Charlie Hebdo terrorist attacks in France, many Europeans have seen Islam as bad and see Muslims in a negative light. In reality, only 2% of all terrorist incidents in Europe were religiously motivated. The media also has a lot to do with how Islam and Muslims are portrayed. A professor named Robert Pape conducted a study that showed that many terrorist attacks want modern democracies to withdraw military forces from territory that terrorists consider their home. This is what usually happens rather than actions based on religion. The way the media portrays Islam also has a big impact. Many media outlets, such as the German media reportings, are inaccurate and depict Islam in a negative way. In many types of media, terrorism and extremism is the most attractive and is paired up with Islam. Because of the way media portrays Islam and Muslims, Europeans' view of Islam is framed by media. Because of how the media shows Islam to be, people perceive Muslims to be foreign and dangerous, thus fueling Islamophobia. The growth of population, terrorist attacks, and the way media portrays Islam and Muslims all contribute to some of the reasons why Islamophobia is increasing in Europe.